again, thank you for joining me and welcome to Inspired by Faith. My name is Shauna and this is my little gathering space where we all can come and talk about the Word and the many good things of God that have inspired us. If this is your first time joining me, thank you for coming and I want to welcome you. And if you're a returning viewer, thank you for coming back and tuning in. So go ahead and please take the time to like this video and message me in the comment section below. Also, please hit that subscribe button and the bell so you can stay in tune for more. Okay, on with this video. So I can say that I have published a few books and have a nice base of people that really like them and follow me. Just real quick, when I first published my first urban romance, In Between Lies, it was done actually as a bet. Somebody bet me that I couldn't write this book and finish it. I did. And it was only meant to be just the one book. However, my main character, Naomi, said otherwise. Because first, she wasn't even planned to be the main character of the book. She just came in and just completely took over. Then once the book was released, people loved her. Well, they loved her and they hated her at the same time because she was a hot mess. She was a train wreck that was that wasn't really waiting to happen. She was the wreck that did happen. And I was surprised at first that people took to her so quickly because I wasn't even sure if I liked her. Even men that read the book, which I don't know many men that read romances, I'm pretty sure they do, couldn't get enough of her. Bottom line is the book reads like today's headlines: drama, more drama, sex lies, and everything else in between. Now, with that being said, a second book was being asked for by a lot of people. And I had no intention of doing a second book when I wrote the first one and didn't really leave in the opening for a second book. But a second book they wanted, so a second book I gave them. Now, when I first started writing that second book, Intimate Illusions, I was self-pressured to deliver this book and make it even better and more over the top than the first one. Wasn't sure if I could do it, but when I released it, it was very well received, and guess what? A third book was in demand. Of course, I was like, wow, I can't believe they want more. And I did kind of end it the way it could be another one. So what started out as a single book now turned into a series. And Naomi was now like a real life, breathing, walking, talking person. A diva that was like every man's dream and quite possibly every woman's nightmare. So now I'm in the middle of trying to tie up everything for this last and final book in this series. And this one is called The Ladies Club. And in the process of brainstorming the plot and weaving together all the loose ends, something stopped me. I mean, literally stopped me in my tracks. I had writer's block. I wasn't sure if it came from the pressure of delivering a great book, or if it was the pressure of giving the audience and Naomi what she had coming to her, or was it something else? I wasn't quite sure. Anyway, the block lasted for quite a while. I would say about 6 to 7 months, or maybe even longer. I can't remember. I know I was losing time though. And anyone in business knows that when an opportunity comes, when people are demanding something from you to purchase, you deliver right away. Because if you delay too long, your audience or your demand will start to diminish. And in my mind, 6 to 7 months or longer was money flying out the window. But I couldn't write. I mean, I could not force myself to write. And I don't write from an outline, so I had nothing to follow or prompt me or give me any direction. I free write. I write freely, meaning I write how it comes to me and when it comes to me. All I know is when I do begin to write, I plan what I write. I plan the ending. I know how I want the end to be. And from that point, I create the middle and the beginning, and I build up to the ending that I want it to be. So in this case, I couldn't write, and there was so many times when I tried to force it and I could not force it. Then something else happened. When I would try to force it, I started to feel really, really bad. I mean, I literally felt like I was doing something wrong, like I had actually stabbed somebody or killed somebody or hurt someone. And I can't explain the complete feeling, but it was real, and it pained me to the point where I couldn't do it. So I stopped forcing it. This was just a few years ago. Now, my last book that came out, I believe 2009 or 10, I can't remember, but fast forward to today, I now know that I was being convicted. God was convicting me for writing what I was writing. I know that He gave me this talent to use to glorify Him and not put out there what I was putting out. And we all know that sex sells. I mean, I knew that. Everybody knows that. And making money, fame, and all that stuff that came with it was what I was most likely had my eyes on. You know what? I'm not going to lie. I had my eyes definitely on that. And I was off to a great start. I only mentioned those 2 books, but there were other projects that I had my hand in, and I had different platforms that was addressing and gaining a nice following and interest. And money was coming in. I mean, I had it in bookstores, and I was getting invoices. I had all kind of stuff going on, and I was making good money, but not enough to quit my job. But I'm 100% sure that if I kept writing, I probably could have quit my job by now. But God, along the way to writing and attempting to finish this 3rd book, what happened took my writing, my thought process, and my life in a whole different direction than one I didn't see coming or imagine. God whispered in a small, still voice to me, calling me back to Him. And I began to embark on a journey that was helping me rediscover my love, passion, and zest for Christ and all that He desires me to be, and to use me for His glory. So, this writing break really turned out to be a transformation time period for me and my writing. It allowed me the opportunity to dive back into His light and word that I left a long time ago. But slowly but surely, out with the old and in with the new. So you see, in His time, not my time, but in His time, I didn't find Christ. He found me. We all have some sort of calling, and sooner or later, whether you choose to listen and follow is totally up to you, and I say that repeatedly. So I chose to listen and be inspired to create and encompass all of my writings and thoughts for His glory. So now, what about the Ladies Club? That was my next question, because I had this 3rd book out there that I promised to write, and it's still not written. God responded to me so sweetly. He says, I will clean that up just like I cleaned you up. So stay tuned. I will keep you up to date on the Ladies Club release soon. And it's still in the making and being written from a totally different slate. And I hope you guys enjoy it when I do release it. Thank you guys for listening and tuning in. And until next time, grace and peace.